What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Southside Boxing. Let's talk boxing. Shout out to the whole LDBC, baby. If you're not subscribed to the Smoke City Mildcast, go subscribe to the Smoke City Mildcast, where the LDBC gets together every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to discuss the current state of boxing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and follow me on Instagram at SouthsideBoxing601. And also tune in to Black Fight Fan TV channel Monday through Friday at 8:30 to 9 o'clock Central Standard Time for Trill Boxing Talk. That's where him and the homie Big 7-8 gets together every, every weekday to discuss the current state of boxing. Man, what's going on, brother Lawrence Williams, man? Thanks for the sub, man. I would definitely be over to your channel subbing because those guys spoke very highly of you, and I'm very intrigued, man, to get over to your channel, man, hear what you got to say about the sport of boxing, man. What's going on? That's I don't want to mess your name up. I'm gonna just say ACB. What's going on, ACB in the building, man? What's going on, man? I came before you, man. What's going on, VVS1 Loose Stones, my brother? How's it going, man? I came before you brothers tonight to talk about this fear thing in boxing. What's going on, Wiggins Split? Yeah, I remember you, bro. I remember you, man. I remember you. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, what's going on, Hop in the building? What's going on, man? Y'all coming on in this thing, man. Y'all coming on in this thing, man. I want to come before y'all tonight, man, to talk about, do boxers experience fear? Are boxers afraid of other boxers? Okay? I'm definitely a sore believer in, boxers being afraid of another boxer. I'm not going to assume that no boxer is afraid of another boxer just because they get in the boxing ring and put their life on the line. Listen, I'm a police officer. I put my life on the line, but you best believe that sometimes you're going to experience fear. Soldiers in the military are trained to kill. You know what I'm saying? Go through months of rigorous training. But still, man, when it's time to go to war, man, there's some fear going to be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying that some of these guys are just petrified of another guy, but some of these fighters, man, you better believe that they're afraid of what another fighter can do to them. You better believe that. You know what I mean? You better believe that. You understand what I'm saying? How can we say a fighter is the most feared if no boxer is scared of another boxer? How can we call any boxer the most feared if no boxer is scared of no other boxer? How can we say Mike Tyson is one of the most feared heavyweights of all time if no one is actually afraid of him? What's going on, World Breaker Fighting? What's going on, my brother? Man, we just had a fire show over there. Man, go subscribe to Real Breaking Fighter, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro, man. I'm up all night long, so I could be on here all night long. You know what I mean? But anywho, yeah, man, let me get to it. So when I hear people say no boxer is afraid of another boxer because they put their life on the line, I hear my brother Blue Blood say that all the time. I respect, their opinion on it, but I just beg to differ when it comes to that. I just beg to differ, man. Okay, like an example I gave on World Breakers channel. We're men. We're all human beings, okay? Even whether if you're a boxer or you're a non-boxer. When Deontay Wilder knocked out Arthur Spicker, when he knocked out Arthur Spicker, the reaction on Alexander Povetkin's face, the reaction on Tyson Fury's face, when he knocked Spicker out, was priceless. Okay? Yes, Tyson Fury jumped in the ring and talked this talk. Okay? Yes, he did. Yes, Povetkin signed to fight next. You know what I mean? Yes, he did. But at the same time, man, Povetkin, yeah, he signed to fight next, but Povetkin realized at that moment, like, shit, I'm gonna need something heavy in my system when I get in the ring with this dude. Cause this dude hits hard than a mother. Okay? Povetkin knew that he needed something in his body to give him some kind of advantage or something that can help him survive. The same way your mama tell you, boy, I'm gonna beat your ass when I get home. Guess what you gonna do? You gonna put on some extra pairs of pants to kind of lighten that pain from that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Reef? You know what I'm saying? The same way we watch Errol Spence practically beat the shit out of folks. You think these other welterweights is not looking at them like, damn, this dude. And half of the welterweights done got to experience it in sparring with the man. Okay? You know, these guys aren't reluctant to make a fight with Errol Spence for nothing. Okay? These dudes basically are telling us in the sport of boxing today, if you want me to step in the ring with this killer, if you want me to step in the ring with this dude who's out here punishing people for fun, then you're going to have to pay me. Okay? You're going to have to pay me. Before I step in the ring with this killer, I need to go over here and handle this little business right here. Because this dude right over here is serious. So when I step in the ring with this guy, I want to maximize my dollar. You understand? So if I get in the ring with this dude and I take this ass whooping, hey, I walk away with the fattest paycheck. You know what I mean? Because I just look at how I think. I just can only go off how I think because I'm a normal man just like everybody else. You know, everybody knows those people, even back in school. You know, you had those guys that only picked on certain people because they knew, and they knew without a shadow of a doubt, they can beat them up, they can whoop them, they can bully them. But there was always that one guy that they would never fuck with. You know? Like say you may not be petrified of the guy, but you knew you fuck with that guy, then you got something serious on your hands. So there's a little element of fear in your heart that is not going to put you in a position where you're going to fuck with that person. You're going to continue to pick on the people who you think you can bully, pick on, and beat up. You know what I'm saying? When I said Spence was afraid of Bud, I wasn't saying it like, oh, if Bud walks in the same room with Spence and he plucks Spence upside the head, Spence ain't gonna do nothing. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. When I said that, I said that in a way that if someone for Spence's team would have just so happened to hear my video, that it was sparking somebody to say, hey man, these folks out here saying this, you scared of Spence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? People out here saying you're scared of Spence Crawford. Bro, we're going to have to do something about that. You know what I mean? We're going to have to do something about that. I know Spence is not afraid of Terrence Crawford. What's going on, Mark Wonderlich? But I'm going to say what I got to say to get your fighter to fight my fighter. Okay? You know, Spence is not afraid to take the fight, but somebody in his team, somebody within his team has a fear of that fight. So they're trying to work out a plan that they feel will best suit Errol Spence without him having to take the risk against Terrence Crawford right away. Because just the same way we feel that he and Terrence Crawford are the best welterweights in the division, you better believe that his team feel the same way. They feel the same way. You know, he has been chasing Keith Thurman and Sean Porter way before Terrence Crawford came onto the scene. But the reason that his team doesn't want him to walk in that direction yet is because that is clearly a fight that could go either way. It's all about who will execute their game plan first. These guys believe that Sean Porter and Keith Thurman will be easier fights for Errol Spence. And stylistically, they are. Stylistically, they are. But that's not saying that Spence can go in this and come out scot-free, because it's boxing. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But my thing that kills me, everything, you know, all this business sense, everything makes business sense when it comes to someone that you feel or that you know you can whoop. But when it comes to another top fighter in your division, all of a sudden, it doesn't make business sense. It has to marinate. It has to build up. This has got to happen. This right here got to happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a level of fear there. You can see the fear in Michael Spinks' eyes when he stepped in that ring with Mike Tyson. You can see it. When Stavern stepped in that ring with Deontay Wilder in that second fight, and Deontay Wilder started sticking that jab in his face, you could see his heart was completely gone. I don't think Stavern threw one punch in the second fight. His heart was gone. You know what I'm saying? You may not be just petrified of that person, but some people are just afraid to lose. You could be afraid to lose. You know what I mean? What Anthony Joshua constantly says on a consistent basis. He keeps saying he doesn't want to lose. He keeps saying when he fights Deontay Wilder, he wants to be in the best position to win. So that don't necessarily mean that he's afraid of Wilder, but you can be afraid to lose. You don't have to be just afraid of that person. You can be afraid to lose. There are different ways to show fear or to be afraid, man. It's not always just a boogeyman type thing to be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Just like when a soldier goes to war, he's not necessarily afraid of the enemy. He's afraid that he may die. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the underrated darkness? Oh yeah, he knew what time it was, Lawrence Will. He knew what time it was. He knew it. He knew what time it was. He knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? There are different ways to be afraid. We're not always saying afraid like as if he's scared of someone is scared of that person or whatever. You can be scared to die. You can be scared to get fat. You know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of things, man. We gotta stop. We gotta get out of this mode that no fighter can't be afraid of another fighter or have some fear factor plays in why a guy might want to stretch a fight out. Like I said, he can either be afraid of that guy or he can just be simply afraid to lose. You know what I mean? He can just simply be afraid to lose. Why I'm not a betting man? Why I'm not a guy that likes to bet money on fights or bet money on games or you know what I'm saying? Why don't I like to bet money? Because I'm afraid I'm gonna fucking lose my money. So I'm not gonna fucking bet. The only time I'll place a bet is when I know that I know that I will win. Then I will place the bet. Other than that, I'm like, no, I'm not betting, I'm not a betting man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a betting man because I'm afraid to fucking lose. You know what I mean? Because shit, losing $500, man, that shit hurt. That shit hurt, man. Just like you got a lot of dudes that say, listen, I never commit to another female. Or a female may be like, I never commit to another man because I'm afraid to get my heart broken again. You understand what I'm saying? Do you think some of these firemen who goes into these big ass house fires, they're not afraid to lose their life? You know what I'm saying? Just because it doesn't matter what profession you in. There is some in some people there are some level of fear. Because as a police officer, any call can be your last call. You know what I mean? But you do what you have to do because it's your job. But these boxers don't look at it that way. I don't have the option to say, well, I'm only going to take domestic dispute calls, or I'm only going to take calls with bank robberies, or you know, I'm only going to take certain. I don't have that expense. I have to do what I have to do because it's my job. Boxers don't look at it that way. Boxers, they have the option to take the easy way out. Well, I ain't got to fight this monster, but I can fight all these other guys over here that I know I can beat. Because something inside of me knows that's a tough fight and that I may possibly lose. So they have their option. They have their option, so they take their option. Firemen don't have their option. Military guys don't have their option. You don't choose where you go. You go where they tell you to go because it's your job. Sometimes you may be afraid, but you suck it up because it's your job. It's these boxers' job as athletes, as competitors, to take the toughest fights. It's their job to get the fans what they want. But they're not doing their job. That's why we're on here complaining. That's why we're on here fussing. That's why we're on here cussing, because these boxers are not doing their job. You understand what I'm saying to you? To my brothers that play football, there were some matchups on the field, And sometimes you may be as less confident going into the game. I played right tackle. You know what I'm saying? There were some matchups against certain defensive ends that I didn't fucking like. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that I was afraid of the guy. You know what I'm saying? But people got to come up out of that, man. If there is no fear involved, then these guys will fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. And that's the type of guy Deontay Wilder is. Deontay Wilder will fight any fighter, any place, anytime. Because he has no fear. He's fearless. That's why he fought Ortiz, because he's fearless. You know? But everybody don't think that way, you know? But in my closing, man, it's human, man, to express fear at some point in time in your life, man. At some point in time, like, we all have a little fear. We all have our little shit that we're afraid of, man. No matter what your profession is, no matter what you do, no matter how you came up, there's something that can fuck with you, man. You know what I mean? So when you say fighters are not afraid of other fighters, I disagree, man. I highly disagree. Because if that was the case, then we'll get more of the best fighting the best. We'll get more matchups of the best fighting the best if that was the case. But since it's not the case, we get all this let it marinate and boxing is a business and all this stuff. Because these guys have a level of fear to where they're afraid to lose. Some fighters feel like they lose one fight, they'll lose everything. You know what I mean? But shout out to the LDBC, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. There are very handful of fighters that we could possibly say that are fearless in the sport of boxing nowadays. Like I said, it's not that you're scared of the person, you can be scared of losing. You know what I mean? So let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. This your boy Southside Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC in the chat, man. I'm out.